We've been training teams and taking them on the mission field, working with youth, but also we started working with churches and really getting churches involved with the missions. Taking pastors on their first mission trips and getting their churches involved with missions, ultimately. And so we're back here now with this, and what we're talking about doing with the summer missions program is basically the same thing. Our intent is to train leaders. We focusing on young people, training them to do summer missions programs locally and the foreign mission trips. This particular summer, we're just going to be focusing on training them to do local ministry, getting involved with be it backyard Bible clubs, a vacation Bible school, different things that in the community, and really seeing have an effect on the community locally, the local community. Our goal with the Summer Missions Program is to train youth to reach a generation locally and globally for Christ. That is the ultimate goal. And I think that's the ultimate goal of Camp Singing Waters Resource Center, is to train leaders to reach the world. And we have to start at home with that. And our plan is to recruit, train youth to get involved with some outreach programs in their local communities, backyard clubs, vacation Bible schools, short-term foreign mission trips. But after the summer is over, we're going to challenge these same youth to get involved with their local schools and begin to form different types of clubs in the schools. And the whole intent is here, as Mike was saying, is to touch a whole generation. And how do you touch a whole generation? One of the things that I've seen over the last 20-something years in every country I've gone into and here locally also, if you target children, you hit everybody. If you target adults, you only hit adults. But when we go out, we're trained, whether it's young people or whether it's adults, we train them to minister to children. And generally, I mean, we go out and we'll minister in a little community or whatever, and we'll go out and do puppets and dramas and let them share their testimonies. And many times the first people to come to give their lives to the Lord is the grandmother and the grandfather that brought the kid to see the puppets. You know, so one of the things, if you target, even though you want to touch everybody, you can't touch everybody. It's impossible. But if you have a target, then everything begins to center around that target. McDonald's figured that out. Yes, anybody here ever ate at McDonald's? Is that your favorite restaurant? No, but you're going wherever that child wants to go. You know, so when you say you're targeting children, it don't seem to make sense because you have so many lost people out there. But when you target children, you cannot touch a child without touching their parents. You can't touch a child without touching their teachers. You can't touch a child without touching the community that they live in. And so one of the thoughts that we believe the Lord has given us is, if we want to touch this community right here, we wanted to change it. We wanted to see this community completely change. We've been trying for years and years, haven't we, to see our communities change. And this is a concept that I believe that if we get a hold to it, that it won't only change this community, but it can touch the world. Now, many people are targeting children, and it's been effective. But this is my thought. What if you did target a whole generation of children? One age, and I thought 5th grade. 5th grade. That's the grade generally in many communities. That's right before they go to middle school. That's right before they make many big decisions in their lives. That's one of the most turbulent times in their lives. What if you became a transition team for that group to go to the middle school? What if you made sure that every kid in Denham Springs was touched, every 5th grader, that you had touch hands with every 5th grader in Denham Springs? And you became the transition team for that kid to go to middle school. And you made sure that that kid is not one that's lost. And then you don't just leave him, though. You stay with him through high school. And you help him to touch the kid behind him, because they're going to touch the next 5th grade. By the time he make it to high school, you've taken over the school. If you take over the school, you've taken over the community. If you've taken over the community and you affected those children, you've affected every parent. But that's a thought, is once we've trained them over the summer and we'll take them out to do the things, the summer programs, but then we get them plugged into the schools and keep this going on around the all year basis, not just a summer program. But now we're going to get those same kids, of course, when they get to high school, they're going to be the ones that we're training to go on the mission field to touch the rest of the world the same way that they're touching the world here.